Okay, now, if everyone back? Hi, Leah. Okay, let's just get everybody back. I'm sorry for the technical issues. Leslie Miller. Okay, I feel good about this now. Chauncey, this is like a nightmare. This was like Amelia's first show, remember? Try David's phone. Now, is this working? Ryan, hold please. Oh my God. Hi, Marcy D. Okay, we're connecting. Oh!
God. I'm on David's phone.
I know, I see that when I let you in. Whatever it takes, we'll do.
Whatever it takes. Let me
I'm going
put
to
this on.
Apple to sponsor you and get you a new phone that works.
I don't think it's my. I don't know. Everyone was saying you were blurry in the beginning, and then who knows?
I look better blurry.
Listen, well, we all do.
Listen to me. You are so gorgeous. I can't even take it right now.
You are so nice. I have a giant light here. Okay, let's not fool anybody. Okay.
Darling.
Hi everyone. Sorry for that long technical difficulty.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous. But listen to me. I didn't have to freaking put topic in my hair. I could have done this and just been like you. I wasted so much.
So let me tell you the little story about this hat. This is actually my Santa hat, but Otto, who is quite famous in his own right, who is David's grandson, is staying. Well, he's first of all, he's two. He's with his parents, not just staying by himself. But he basically, I gave him this hat to borrow, and I had to ask for it back to wear this for tonight. So if Otto's watching, thank you for letting me borrow the hat, Otto.
Thank you, Otto. I just got a new Otto. Oh, that's a different kind of Otto.
That's a different kind.
Like to talk to you about Idol and everything, because you and I are now friends for life after and I'm close to your whole family. And so to ask you these funny questions about Idol, but I do want to talk a little about Idol because that's when I remember, I very briefly had met your mom because we used to play in the same club all the time. And so she used to always her classes. I always would see on the billboard, Katharine McPhee presents, and we'd always be there at the same night, whatever. So when she told me that her daughter was going to be there at Hollywood Week, I was like, I don't know her. I've never met her. I don't know her. And I remember you coming up to me and there were 180 people there. And you were like, I'm going to do the song, I'll Never Love This Way Again. I'm going to start in D flat and then modulate to E flat. I'm like, are you Katharine McPhee's daughter?
Yeah. By the way, that is something that only I would know because my mom prepared me. I didn't know what I was saying.
But, at the beginning of season 5, your season, and because I think, are you with me?
That's right.
You changed. You were like, I want to. Oh, they said we lost Michael. Oh God, and
yeah. I could sort of understand what you were saying, but froze. It's Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna try turning. Hold on, I'm gonna try turning off my Wi-Fi. Hold on. Don't. Did that
hear something.
Did that fix it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So anyway, it says it keeps freezing. I'm sorry. Oh God. And Maya Delgado is here, of all people, to freeze in front of him. My little 12-year-old student, 13. She's 13. honey, so wait, so you changed all that and you were like, I want to work with Michael and Dorian, and
That's
that was the end of you guys work with boys, you guys work with girls. So you guys,
yeah. Well, the whole thing is like you have to find the people you have chemistry with, right? So I mean, I only met you during the whole Idol like the beginning Hollywood week, but the competition really started when it was like top 10, and then I started to get to know you and Dorian, and it just clicked better for me to work with the guys.
you clicked 3 times, honey, and you went right up to the top. Hey, listen, so what about, did you watch Idol before you were on it as a contestant? Did you have a
Oh
seat?
yeah.
Oh, you
The
did?
the girl on the left side of your ear, Kelly Clarkson, I like voted for, and I was in my first semester of college, I think, and um
Look, there's
yeah.
you there.
Oh yeah, there I am. So nice of them to put me in there.
I'll say.
Um, um, but yeah, I mean, I was totally into it, but I didn't really ever think I would go on it. And then I left college pretty early, like after 3 semesters. And then I was, trying to work as a struggling little actress. And then I just thought, you know what, I'm going to just give Idol a chance. And I really picked the best year to go because to try out, because it was the biggest season that they'd ever had. The
Ever.
numbers were massive, and it was still, people are saying I'm blurry now, by the way. So I don't know what I can do about it.
It's fine. We're good. We'll have Caesar clean it up afterwards.
Okay, great.
He can do anything
Yeah, he's pretty good.
except for that. Honey, so wait, so go ahead. So you had watched it, and what about, and that was the season of the biggest numbers. It was the tour with the biggest numbers, everything. You
Oh
guys,
yeah, I mean, we went on. I don't know when they stopped the Idol tour, but maybe a couple seasons after ours. But our tour was selling out like stadiums. I mean, it was insane. Maybe not stadiums, but it was arenas.
were big in
And
arenas, yeah.
yeah, arenas. It was crazy. Like to be, you know, I think there was only 10 of us who were, I mean, it was a full blown tour and it was great. It was fun. But it was a real kind of like push onto a world stage where you just kind of like got a huge dose of what the entertainment industry was. And so it was like the best, honestly, it was the best schooling. I'm not like an anti college person, but like it was truly, I think experiences sometimes for in the arts, especially is like the best kind of, yeah.
Well, I always say like what you guys learn in like 10 or 12 weeks of American Idol is like what people learn for years. But
Oh yeah.
but the real stuff happens because you guys grow and grow and grow, get more and more confident every week. But when I come see those tours at the end of the season, when the shows are over, that's when I go, oh my God, look at these people on stage. You became like such a performer. Not that you didn't have performance skills before, but
I didn't really have that much performance experience. Like I was doing my musicals in high school, but that's like a different kind of skill. Like doing musicals, you have a director and you rehearse and da da da. Like getting up on stage with a band behind you and commanding a stage and having an audience is completely different than like saying someone else's lines under the guise of another character, right? Like
of
just playing a
course.
character. So it's totally different. Oh, somebody wrote, and you broke your foot. Poppy, oh yeah, Poppy, I broke my foot on that tour. Yeah. So
No,
I learned a lot.
what about, I remember on that tour, right before you left for the tour, you and I went to New York to do, you did,
Live with Regis and Kelly.
and The View.
Regis, yeah. And The View and The Today Show.
And the Today Show. That was the most fun ever.
It was so much fun, but I was also stressing, remember, because like I had busted my vocal cords towards the end of the
yes,
Idol finale. And
because
I was
everybody does on that. I mean, there's just so much singing.
there's just so much singing, and also like you go and sing that one song that holds so much weight, and you basically give it everything you can, and that sometimes can be detrimental, like, right, because you're not necessarily singing things properly or whatever. So I've learned a lot.
I know you have, but here's the thing, honey. So I mean, we had a lot of great performers, that mentors that year. Of
Yeah.
course, I have a favorite one that's the same as your favorite one, but not you married him. I was just like one of the biggest fans ever, and I was like, he was one of the people like that. When I met him, I was like, I could not believe that he was coming onto Idol and I was going to get to like be there with him.
Right.
That was ridiculous. So
But you're talking about Andrea Bocelli and David Foster.
I am indeed.
Right. So interesting, because that's where me and David met, and you were right there. Like when they both walked into to that little like rehearsal room, and I remember calling my mom, she's watching, and being like, oh my gosh, Andrea Bocelli and this producer named David Foster is going to be there. And I was like, I don't know who he is, but she goes, Katharine, you know who David Foster is. Like, you know exactly who David Foster is.
Just like this now.
He's only been the soundtrack of every song that you've ever been obsessed with and loved. I think I heard him in the bathroom, like gargling or something. Now how much things have changed, right? He's like gargling, warming up his voice. David!
He's probably putting a little makeup on right now.
Perhaps, because he knows he's going to be on. But should we bring him out just to say hello? We were doing a Zoom right before this for something that he had to do. So I think he still looks pretty snazzy. He's like wearing a suit and tie, or maybe just.
Oh, see, I didn't even get dressed up, and my brother's going to show me off.
I didn't, because I didn't have to, because I was behind the camera. But you want to come and say hello? The people are calling for you.
Hey, Kat, my mother.
Well, I can't. How else am I supposed to call you? Hey, everyone. This is David Foster.
Hey, guys. Got it. Sing.
Oh. Glad for her.
Sorry. Go ahead. Give me the intro again. Please, Michael.
Flat or G?
Go ahead. G flat.
Okay.
3, 4.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you.
Is this free?
I did like
Is this free?
Yeah.
Are we free?
Yeah, we're free.
Okay, that's all you got.
I'll send some money to the David Foster Foundation. Relax.
Excellent. You guys have been having a good time, it sounds like.
We are having a good time. We were just talking about how. Oh, sorry, Michael.
No. Listen to me, David Foster. Besides you being now my brother, I am such a huge fan of yours. I was more starstruck than the Idol kids were when you came on as a mentor. I'm just going to say that now.
I love it. Well, we've been to enough parties and events together for you to know that I am truly jealous of your talent on the piano. You can play any song in any key. I choke, and I have to have you come to the rescue because I'm useless if it's not my songs. And even if it's my songs, I'm kind of useless. I was doing a Zoom today, and I was trying to play the Olympic theme, and I shit all over.
That you wrote.
It's not a good sight, so I'll let you guys get back to it.
All right.
If you need me, I'll be right over there.
Fine.
All right. Keep up the good work, Michael. We love watching you.
Can we show what's on top of your piano for 1 minute? Because I tried to steal one of those.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, why not?
Here
we go.
Okay, so remember when we did that private party for the opening of that for Star Is Born remake, and we all walked from your house there to I Pick, wherever that was. Remember?
Oh yeah, right next door, right.
Out at your house, and I was sitting there, I'm playing David Foster's piano, and 30 Grammys sitting on here right now. This is unreal to me,
And now we're like legitimately like family, right?
Exactly. So we share a godson.
We do.
Your blood nephew.
My blood nephew, yeah.
And and you and I are the proud godparents. I'm lucky that happened before you met David, because otherwise I would have been out of the picture.
By the way, the baby's crying. You want to get him, or do you want me to get him?
What?
The baby's crying.
Yeah, I'll get him.
You haven't given birth yet. Okay.
Oh, no. Listen, we were going to get an exclusive that you're pregnant, but I just found out people already knew.
Well, yeah. I mean, people already know, but basically.
I know. Look at how gorgeous you are. Look at how gorgeous.
Oh, well.
Listen, my mother Carol is on, and I told she follows you on
Carol.
So, but she was laughing that you said my brother from another mother, and she said when she came on, she said that's my daughter from another mother.
Oh, that's sweet. I've never met Carol, but I've heard so much about you. Great things, of course.
That's right. Well, you met like my sister Liz and all that, but your mother's laughing. So, darling, all right. So I just before we move on from Idol, because there's way more than that to you.
Right.
I love that, and I love that. I've sometimes said to people like something about you and Idol. They're like, Katharine was on Idol, and I kind of love that.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's crazy, because I still feel like I have people come up to me and say, like 15 years later, I voted for you, and I'm like, how do you even remember that?
Yeah, that's true though. So what about like when you left Idol? My mother just said love you. She just said love you. Um,
Aw.
left when you left Idol and you made a great pop record. Did you
Yeah.
think the right record you should make? Or I mean, like, was that the record you wanted to make? Would you have made like the next?
You know, I still like, I mean, listen, I go back and I'm obviously unhappy with the way the hat looks, so I took it off. Um, I, um, I go back and listen to that album now and like, it really is a good pop album. Like it's a really good, and it actually got really good reviews for what it was. But it's not. I don't think what people, some people who watched the show expected me to do, because I fell into doing a lot of like the old standards and making them feel new. And the short answer is that I still, to this day, like I don't really know what kind of album I should make, which is why I transitioned in my career to like doing more acting and doing theater, and because I musical theater, just because I felt like I had the ability to like do a lot of different types of styles of music, and I never really felt like one producer figured what that exact sound should be. And I'm totally okay with that. I'm at peace with that. I don't
Sure.
have this like crazy desire to be like, you know, a recording artist still. I mean, if I make a record, it would be great. But I want to like be inspired to want to do it. And I don't really feel that. I'm so happy doing like the shows that I have done, like Smash and Waitress and this new show I did for Netflix. So,
What's that?
yeah,
Country Comfort.
yeah, it's a cute, really sweet. It's my first. I've actually done a pilot for a sitcom, but it didn't get picked up. So this is the first show I've done that's like a proper sitcom. That's like a full 10 episodes, and there's music in it, which is great. Which is why I don't think I miss making albums or anything like that, because everything that I've been able to do, I've been able to like find a way to keep singing and performing in that kind of way. So it's great.
Right. And of course, you and David were doing when the pandemic started. You guys were doing those amazing online shows,
We were doing the Cat and Dave show. Yeah, that was really fun.
which caught on so big because we were all no one knew how to do any of this
It
before.
did catch on pretty big, but then what happened was we did so many in a row that like we just kind of burnt ourselves out. And you know, I was saying earlier that he doesn't know how to just like play any song. He can only play. So we would pick a theme, and then we would like we've been together every day for whatever it's been 10 months, and like the
Yeah.
only time we've ever argued is like when we were doing the Cat and Dave show, because we were like fighting each other like, you have to sing that, you have to play this song. He's like, I can't play this song. So anyway.
I was on the track and he could have finger synced. He could have just asked.
That's true.
I would have done it in 1 second. What about do you ever keep in touch with any of the Idol judges? You ever see any of them or hear
Yeah,
from them?
you know, I mean, it's only because of David, but we talked to Simon and his long-term partners, like basically his wife.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. We'll see Randy at like some events and stuff, but mostly Simon is the one that like he keeps more of a relationship with, and because we're married, I get to, you know, be in touch with Simon. And
Right. And so what about, also speaking of reality TV show and Paula Abdul, because she's about to do that mask.
Yes, that was.
You were just on. I can hear your voice.
I can hear your voice. So basically, the story behind that is that my sister is a vocal coach. She coaches all those contestants, right? Or like, I mean, it's not like a competition show. It's a game show, really.
Right.
And she's the vocal coach on that. And so the producer had said, oh my God, would your sister want to go on the show? So my sister asked me, and I was a little weary because it was like, we were still in this pandemic, and it was right when productions were coming back into play. Yeah. But yeah, we did it. It was so much fun. I freaking loved it. It was such a great show.
And you know that boy Travis who sings country. I know Instagram. He's amazing. And
yeah, he's so talented.
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching because he said he was going to watch when he saw that you were going to be doing this.
Oh, good.
But let's talk about. I just want to talk about Waitress for a minute because I saw you do it like 3 or 4 times, and it was so ridiculous and amazing, and it was just glorious to watch you in it. And and then you originated the role in London, in the West End, which was a thrill. Well, that must have been a thrill.
It was a total thrill. I mean, I've never lived in London or anything like that, and it was such a great opportunity to like go live in a different country and work in a different country. I always love to see different cities in that way when you're working and living there. And so it was a total thrill to get to know a new cast and create something a little bit different with them. And yeah, I was a total, I mean, it was a dream. And then we ended up getting married there, me and David, not because of Waitress, but it just kind of worked out that we would want to be in Europe at that time. And so it was, the whole thing was like a total dream. I can't believe it was a year ago, right? I mean, well,
Yeah.
no, it's been so long.
Yeah, it's over a year. But
Over
listen,
a year.
I will say, because I was there, because I'm family, you were the most gorgeous bride ever. And I have sisters that were all beautiful brides, but you were a freaking.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. It was, I mean, it really was. Zach Posen like did the most stunning, and actually David's daughter Jordan was really involved with helping the dress process. And yeah, it was a total dream. It was fun too, right? And that's important.
My God, it was so fun. And of course I had fun because I was living with your mother and sister. We had that house.
Oh yeah. I found you like the friend I made, like, let me borrow the house for you guys. It was great, right?
Oh my God, that was the best to save hotel. That was the best. And so and so when does your new show start? When does your new
It's going to air, I think sometime in March is what they're saying, but I don't have a specific date, and it will be on Netflix. And
so we have to look at that. And how you guys
sorry, what?
You guys have been coping okay with this pandemic? I mean, I know none of us go out. It's just, but I mean,
we really don't go out now, especially because they shut us down again in LA County, really. And like, I mean, there's so many cases right now. I know so many people who, I personally know so many people who like have it. So it's
me too. Now it's like,
yeah, and everyone's fine. Like, it's just like mostly minor symptoms. So that's great, but it's definitely, it's everywhere right now. So it's a little bit bummer of a Christmas. Sorry, I lost you for a second.
What are you doing? Just gonna stay home for Christmas?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Okay, it's time for my baby girl who you love, my girl Jinx. Is like, she's like, can we please go look at? I just have to show you for 1 second. Wait, let's see if you can see her. I had to give her a bone because it's like, oh, look at
it's
Wilma.
Dog time.
Look at Wilma and Jinx.
Oh, Jinxie.
Look at.
I love that dog.
So, look at Wilma. Wilma is like now 22. Is she 22?
Wilma's like 105 now. Yeah.
Totally. I mean, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right, but listen, you haven't revealed the gender of your baby.
No, I have not.
I love that about you.
Right.
And I just so love you being here. And I was like, when Caesar, our social media guy who's been helping me, I met him through you when we played in New York City.
Right.
He has been helping me stay active on my Instagram while we're all like whatever inside. And he's like, ask Kat. And I'm like, no, I don't want to ask Kat. She's my sister. That's like interviewing, my mother on there.
To do your live?
Yes. And so, I mean, I had asked you to do it like a while ago, right when you went back to taping. You remember?
When I went back to work, yeah.
But I was like, I don't want to ask her. I don't want to, because it's just whatever. But I can't thank you enough for doing this.
I'm happy to do it. I'm sorry we had such horrible technical difficulties in the beginning. It's like, it's the worst feeling, isn't it?
It's the worst. I mean, like, I did have a little Xanax right before. I'm kidding. I'll take a Xanax before my colonoscopy. That's about it.
That is very important to do.
All right, so out of control with the food, or just tell me that, because I'm eating for like 2 right now.
This is what me and Michael talk about all the time. Like, whether we're in control of our food or not in control of our food, we have that in common. I am currently, I'm in the middle. I've been pretty much hysterical for the last like 6 months. I feel like I'm just eating everything that's in. Actually, I was talking to David's daughter, Jordan. She said, like, before you get pregnant, you think that you can control yourself. You'll just, you're just one of those people that just say, well, I just am going to be like, I'm just not going to eat that. And that's what happens when pregnant women, they gain too much weight because they can't control themselves. And well, it's just, you can't. The thing is you basically can't control yourself. So I've I've gotten better at surrendering into the fact that I can't necessarily always control myself, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But the thighs are really juicy, so
Whatever. Whatever. I
they,
saw you at your mother's birthday dinner for the 6 of us. We all wore masks, so don't anyone get freaked out. And you look perfect. You had a tummy only. Everywhere else.
thank you. It's, you know what? It's like the way it's supposed to be. So
Yeah. So maybe we should. I'll have to get permission from David, and I'll release that little duet he and I did on our little phone pianos.
you guys have to be in the same room to do it, really. That's the best thing.
But anyway, I love you both. Thank you so much for
We
being here.
love you.
Look at my talking about cabbage salad. Did you ever have cabbage salad with us, or just I brought your mother?
No, somebody wrote cabbage
Yeah,
salad.
those are my friends Chauncey and her daughter Amelia, who's on a Disney show here. But I've taken them, and so oh my. Anyway, it's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. I'm obsessed with it. I've taken your mother. I've taken William, and your mother and William and I have gone.
Is this a healthy
it's like a Middle Eastern place here. But now everything's closed. Whatever.
Wait, but is this something like you can eat to lose weight? Is that why we're talking about this?
No, it's something I need so much. No, I just want it.
That sounds really good. That's actually, my mouth is salivating just thinking about it.
Okay, and
do you want to know, Ollie? I'll tell you the last thing that because people ask me this. They ask me, the 2 questions I get asked all the time are the cravings and the name of the child, which I'm not gonna. You probably will tell, but I'm not gonna tell anybody.
I'm telling.
But I get asked that question, and then the other one is cravings. And you know what I want all the time is cottage cheese. It's so bizarre. Yeah.
Small or large?
Sorry.
Small curd?
Anything in between, like I'll take it.
Do you put anything on it? Like I like to put a little stevia and cinnamon in my cottage cheese.
I do slivered almonds, and some blueberries, and if I have it, pineapple. Delicious. Nice.
And are you big with the cooking? Well, I know you do cook really well. I've had your food, but do you do cooking, or you order in most of the time?
I've been doing a lot of cooking. Like in the last, since they shut us down again, I started cooking again. And then like last week we ordered, so it kind of ebb and flows. I'm gonna make a lasagna. I've never made a lasagna before, and I want to give it a try. You know what I mean?
Why do you sound so Jewish right now?
I don't know.
We put a picture on, and if there's any left, I'll give you my FedEx number.
I'm gonna freeze it and send it to you. Okay.
Or we'll put it in an Uber Eats car.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
I love you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Here, that was the most fun. That was so much fun. And we're taking a couple of weeks off. That's why I can't top Cat for the new year. So that's it. Bye, darling. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.